So it's 30 minutes past 9. I welcome you to another exciting edition of From the Newspaper, streaming live from MFM 97.3, here in the premises of the AC's Hotel, Akpete, Ibadan. My name is Shakiro Akinyemi. And don't forget, this program is in form of 3 segments. The first segment is the weather forecast report of 3 major cities in Nigeria: the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, the commercial city of Lagos, and the vibrant city of Ibadan, where we are streaming live from. Where the second segment on the show is the headlines making round of Nigerian newspaper, and as usual, always bring 4 newspaper to you every morning: the Punch newspaper, the Vanguard newspaper, the Guardian newspaper, and the Nigerian Tribune, where the last segment on the show is the details to the headlines. So moving on to the first segment on the show, which is the weather forecast report. And the first city I will bring it on is the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. At 9 a.m. in Abuja this morning, it's cloudy with 23 degrees Celsius. At 10 a.m. it's cloudy with 24 degrees Celsius, and at 11 a.m. it's cloudy with 25 degrees Celsius. At 12 p.m. it's cloudy with 25 degrees Celsius, and at 1 p.m. it's raining with 26 degrees Celsius. At 2 p.m. is mostly cloudy with 26 degrees Celsius, and at 3 p.m. is mostly cloudy with 25 degrees Celsius. At 4 p.m. is intermittent cloud with 25 degrees Celsius, and at 5 p.m. is rainy with 25 degrees Celsius. At 6 p.m. is mostly cloudy with 24 degrees Celsius, and at 7 p.m. is mostly cloudy with 24 degrees Celsius. At 8 p.m. is mostly cloudy with 23 degrees Celsius, and at 9 p.m. is cloudy with 23 degrees Celsius. At 10 p.m. is raining with 22 degrees Celsius, and at 11 p.m. is raining with 22 degrees Celsius.
Audio Jungle.
So moving on to the commercial city of Lagos, at 9 a.m. in Lagos this morning, it's intermittent cloud with 27 degrees Celsius. At 10 a.m. it's mostly cloudy with 28 degrees Celsius, and at 11 a.m. it's cloudy with 30 degrees Celsius. At 12 p.m. it's thunderstorms with 29 degrees Celsius, and at 1 p.m. it's cloudy with 29 degrees Celsius. At 2 p.m. it's cloudy with 29 degrees Celsius, and at 3 p.m. it's cloudy with 29 degrees Celsius. At 4 p.m. it's cloudy with 29 degrees Celsius, and at 5 p.m. it's cloudy with 28 degrees Celsius. At 6 p.m. it's cloudy with 28 degrees Celsius, and at 7 p.m. it's cloudy with 28 degrees Celsius. Up until 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. with 27 degrees Celsius. Last city on the first segment, which is the vibrant city of Ibadan, where we are transmitting live from. At 9 a.m. in Ibadan this morning, it's cloudy with 25 degrees Celsius. At 10 a.m. it showers with 26 degrees Celsius, and at 11 a.m. is mostly cloudy with 27 degrees Celsius. At 12 p.m. is mostly cloudy with 28 degrees Celsius, and at 1 p.m. is intermittent clouds with 28 degrees Celsius. At 2 p.m. is raining with 29 degrees Celsius, and at 3 p.m. is mostly cloudy with 30 degrees Celsius. At 4 p.m. is cloudy with 31 degrees Celsius, and at 5 p.m. is raining with 29 degrees Celsius. At 6 And there's one writer with that story that says, Labour Minister begs Union to shelve industrial action. Marketers vote to shut filling stations. Back no pink. Labour Minister begs Union to shelve industrial actions. Marketer votes to shut filling station. Back no pink, and page 21 has the details to that story. The line of Punch newspaper this morning says, lending rate may fall as inflation hits, says CBN. Lending rate may fall as inflation eases, says CBN, and page 30 has the details to that story. Audio Jungle. newspaper, another story says Natasha to resume Senate after London trip, says Rivers Nopek face off. Federal government moves to advance nationwide strike in page 5 has the details to that story. Of riders to that story. The first rider says, Summon forwarding parties to emergency meeting today. Summons forwarding parties to emergency meeting today. Another rider says, Oil workers disown direct trucking drivers association. Oil workers disown direct trucking drivers association. Another rider says body creation of union booster. Another rider says NLC rally state council industrial union for showdown. And the last rider says, Falana asks federal government to call Dangote to order, and page 5 has the details to that stories. Details to that story.
Audio Jungle.
DD Microfinance Bank, how with some deficits to big balance sheet, says Enajamo Isiri in page 15 has the details to that story. To the third newspaper, which is the Guardian newspaper, and the latest story on the Guardian newspaper this morning says National Grid faces 5.6 trillion naira revenue loss as premium customer exists. National Grid faces 5.6 trillion naira revenue loss as premium customer exists. In page 6 are the details to that story. The Guardian newspaper says Dangote, Nopeng, face off federal government urge cautions. Dangote, Nopeng, face off federal government urges caution. In page 3 has the details to that story. Owners decry duty payment disruption. Customer exempts $300 parcel from tax as cargo owners decry duty payment disruption. In page 4 has the analysis to that story.
Audio Jungle.
Still on Guardian newspaper, another story says mayhem as talks involved rally for Obi Ore's Vivo in Lagos. In page 5 are the details to that story. Nigerians push for electoral reform ahead of 2027 polls. Prominent Nigerians push for electoral reform ahead of 2027 polls. In page 29 has the analysis to that story. The Guardian newspaper this morning says Army neutralizes 4 terrorists, arrests 64 suspects in nationwide operation. Army neutralizes 4 terrorists, arrests 64 suspects in nationwide operations. In page 8 has the details to that story. Guardian newspaper, another story says, insecurity, Northern leaders demand state of emergency. Sack of service. Story on the Guardian newspaper says, parents ground as school resume. Imo outlaws some practice, and page 29 has the details to that story. On the Guardian newspaper this morning says, Leadway Holdings announces accusation of PELU pensions. Leadway Holdings announces accusation of PELU pensions, and page 18 has the details to that story. Still on Nigerian Tribune, another story on Nigerian Tribune this morning says, Nigeria exempts goods valued at $300 from custom poll duty. Nigeria exempts goods valued at $300 from custom poll duty, and page 6 has the details to that story.
Audio Jungle.
Afrexim Bank of Agriculture sees $1 billion deal to support Nigerian farmers, small and medium enterprises. Afrexim Bank Board of Agriculture seals $100 billion deal to support Nigerian farmers, small and medium enterprises, and page 6 has the details to that story. Artificial sweeteners age brains 62% faster. And there's one right after that story that says linked with cognitive declines, and page 4 has the details to that story. So we have come to the end of the second segment. Before we go into the last segment, let's go on a break. Stay tuned, I'll be right back.
The Aces Hotels and Conference Center is one and only event place with a clear difference and tasteful excellence here in the ancient city of Ibadan. For your next and upcoming event, whether marriage engagement, wedding reception, anniversaries, conferences, seminars, or birthday, the Aces Hotels and Conference Center is affordable and fully equipped with all imaginable ultra-modern facilities for your total convenience without headache, security, power, environment, parking space, and royal service by their staff. All roads lead to the Aces Hotel and Conference Center today at kilometer 2.5 Ijokodo Akbete Akufo Road at Kere, Ibadan. For booking and more information, call 080-8746-7420, 080-9744-1898, or 080-2869-0012. The Aces Hotels and Conference Center, where comfortability speaks than words.
ọ̀rẹ́ mi gbà mí gbogbo àwọn ọ̀lẹ́kùn ilé mi ló ti dógùn kódà gbogbo àwọn táìsì tí ń bẹ nílé mi kò lówó lójúmọ́.
Ibo ló ti rà á?
ṣé bí lọ́dọ̀ àwọn kan tí ń tàlẹ́ gbọ́ lọ.
O ti sọ owó gbowó ṣé o ti gbọ́n pa ilé ìtajà Starlands Homes Wear Enterprise ó kù nígbà rọ̀gùdù eléyìí tó dojúkọ ilé ìfowópamọ́ Keystone Bank agbègbè Àbáyọ̀mí Ìwòrò nílẹ̀ Ìbàdàn. Báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ sí àwọn ilẹ̀kùn ayẹta, àwọn táìsì tí ó gbóhùn iyì àti ẹwà bá ilé, àwọn àga omi lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan, moving sheet eléyìí tí ó gbé àwòrán ilé jáde àti bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Gbogbo rẹ̀ ló wà lójú kan náà lọ́dọ̀ Starlands Homes Wear Enterprise fún gbogbo kọ́lékọ́lé àti àgbàlékọ́. Gbogbo àwọn ohun èlò ilé eléyìí tí ó sọ ní rẹ̀ di àwòdámi ẹnu ọ̀dọ̀ Starlands Homes Wear Enterprise ní oyè àpàsì yìí. Ẹ pè sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 0708-760.
Ìkànnì MFM rédíò ọba ló jẹ́ láwùjọ rédíò.
So welcome back to the show. It's still from the newspaper. Don't forget you can watch us live on Facebook at MFM Radio and TV. And as you're watching us, do well to like, comment, and share.
ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wọn ní 0803-371-0636 0803-371-0636 Onabis Automobile boom 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 boom.
gbogbo ará ilé èrò ọ̀nà ẹ wá gbọ́ o. MFM rédíò ni ẹ mọ̀ gbọ́ lójoojúmọ́ nígbà gbogbo. ìròyìn àsìkò lọ́lọ́kọ̀ ọ̀jọ̀kan eré ìdárayá orin tó dùn gbọ́sẹ̀ tí àtàwọn ètò tí ń kọ́ni lọ́gbọ́n. ẹ bá wa kétékété lórí ayélujára wọ̀nyí lórí Facebook àti MFM TV, lórí Twitter àti MFM TV, lórí Instagram àti MFM TV, pẹ̀lú YouTube àti MFM TV. ilé ìtura DS àwọn tó lápẹ́tẹ́ nílùú Ìbàdàn lákàlẹ̀ sí òyìn o. 081591942 àti 47. ẹ tún lè pè wá sórí aago yìí o. 080224841 pẹ̀lú 24 ni ẹ pè sí o. mọ́mí àti dádì ẹ̀tọ́wé MFM ni ẹ mọ̀ gbọ́ lójoojúmọ́ nígbà gbogbo.
So welcome back to the show. It's still from the newspaper. Another story says, Shettima condemns Bono attack, says justice will be served. Vice President Kashim Shettima, in response to the tragic attack by Boko Haram insurgents in the Daramaju community, Bama local government area of Borno State, has offered deep condolence to the bereaved families, assured them that the federal government is committed to bringing the perpetrators to justice. This is as a reiterated that President Bola Tinubu has ordered to immediately review security operations across Nigeria, including deployment in advanced military hardware and surveillance equipment. The Vice President, speaking in a statement by his spokesperson Stanley Onkocha on Monday, said, "The nation share a grief of bereaved families and express confidence that those responsible will be brought to justice." Shettima expressed confidence in the armed forces' capacity to overcome the security challenges facing the state, citing President Tinubu's approval for the acquisition of additional drones and his directive for all security agencies to testify and reveal their operational strategy. The Vice President highlighted the federal government's consideration of establishing state police and emphasized Tinubu's position that security challenges in some Nigerian states require specialized units that understand local terrain, culture, and can effectively network at the grassroots level. Shettima assured that the bereaved families and the Borno state government of continued federal support. He offered prayer for the affected and emphasized that justice will be served. Punch Online report that at least 63 people, including 5 soldiers, were killed in a fresh Boko Haram attack in Daramajau, a community that has only recently been resettled. The terrorists reportedly stormed the community late Friday night around 10 p.m., raiding on motorcycles, opening fire on residents, and burning houses, shops, and vehicles. Survivors say their attack operated several hours before military reinforcements arrived. And the details of the news is on Punch newspaper.
Audio Jungle.
Sugar fat composed that helps create structure cells liquid wrapped on the surface of T cells. This wrap serves as a command central, organizing proteins responsible for signaling the T cells to attack tumor cells. Without enough GSL trace, signals weaken, making T cells less effective at killing cancers. And the details of the news is on Punch newspaper.
Audio Jungle. Jungle.
Another story says falling trailers causes gridlock in Abuja. Commuters along the Kubwa Expressway in the Federal Capital Territory are facing delay on Monday morning following the fall of the trailer that blocked a major portion of the road, the Federal Road Safety Corps has confirmed. Speaking to the Punch correspondent, FCT Sector Commander Felix Timan explained that the incident has caused a gridlock due to parties' blockage of the expressway. Timan emphasized the need for the patience and discipline among road users to prevent the situation from worsening. He also confirmed that the efforts are underway to clear the obstructions, citing that the relevant towing service have been contacted. When they asked if the fallen trailers